all new today.
Women should not be allowed to vote.
6 judgmental people.
Women line up to date guys like me.
I would definitely be at the end of that line.
If you hit the treadmill, you'd be at the front.
Coming up. Let's do it. I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go, in 10.
Stand by camera 6. If it's happening now, we're going to deal with it now.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
This is going to be a changing day in your life. Stand by A and roll A. Track in.
Go, Dr. Phil.
All right, next, we're going to throw another opinion into the mix. There's a man in this audience who prefers to be called Dick. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Women are only good for having kids. Unfortunately, they're not very good at raising them. Women should not be allowed to vote. It's ridiculous. The only thing women really do with their time is spend men's money. This is all they're after.
Okay, we all do it, right? We judge a book by its cover, and we think we've got a person figured out just by the way they look. Now, you can deny it, just like you deny reading the tabloids when you're standing in the line at the checkout stand. We look at people and we judge them. Now, you've already met Shirley, who is a self-proclaimed man-hater who thinks all men are pigs. 99% because she has a son. But there are men who probably are just as judgmental the other way. Now, we've got, what are you, Joe Cool over here with the sunglasses on?
Hey, come on. It's all in the mustache, right?
Yeah. What's up with the sunglasses?
Well, there's a lot of women here. I don't want to get any pregnant, so I like to keep some protection. I don't want to give them the look, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be all over you. Stand up. So you can stand back up there. Stand on that thing, because that way you're not so short. Just curious.
I could grow my hair out and get some height.
Yeah, you could outgrow me on the hair. So you don't have much opinion of women, right?
Oh, I think I have plenty of opinions on women.
Yeah, but none of them are positive.
No.
So let's take a look at what they are, and then we'll talk to Joe Cool, or Dick. We'll talk to Dick. Take a look.
There's nothing more liberating and freeing to a woman than chauvinism. A woman has no responsibilities because I don't expect her to get anything right. All women are whores. They trade sex for money, they trade sex for cars. How is prostitution illegal, but alimony isn't? They're basically the same thing. You're paying for the whore to leave. A penny saved is a woman fired. Women make horrible employees. Women should not be allowed to vote. It's ridiculous. A woman president would be a disaster. Women know in their hearts that women cannot make decisions. A woman would never vote for Hillary Clinton. She embarrassed herself by not pleasing her man, essentially. And women know it. Well, women are only good for having kids. Unfortunately, they're not very good at raising them. Hitler was raised by a single mother. Men have created everything you see in the world. Men invented electricity. Men invented cures for diseases. Every brick you see is there because a man put it there. The only thing women really do with their time is spend men's money. Men, this is what you look like to a woman. This is all they're after. Women can't do math. They can't be organized. Can't lead a company. They can't take risks. They can't drive for crap. You can't blame women for what they do wrong in the same way that you can't blame a dog for what it does wrong. It's your fault for not training it properly. The booing sounds distinctly high-pitched.
You think?
Yeah. There's a lot of men that agree with me, I think, that I didn't hear from.
And by the way, he's not an actor. I know that this is so outrageous that you would think, okay, he's a plant here to typify the really ridiculous. But your whole life is centered around, you even have a website, menarbetterthanwomen.com.
I have a website, menarbetterthanwomen.com. I educate thousands of new men daily to the art of chauvinism.
Do you agree that you're judgmental?
Sure. I think everyone is.
Yeah, and because we asked you several questions. You said if you see a woman driving an expensive car,
She's owned.
she's owned
She's
by
bought and
somebody.
paid for. Absolutely.
And
It's
what
a
do you
leash.
mean when you say lesbians are faking it?
Yeah, all women are lesbians. They do it to get attention. The act of sex cannot exist without a man.
What did you say?
Was your mom faking it when she had you? How do you feel about your mother?
Yeah. So, right.
Do you have some issues with, you know, your mom or something like that? Or
No,
you
my
weren't hugged
mother-
enough as a child?
My mother is appalled by the behavior of some of the women these days.
Well, it's okay, because when Hillary becomes president in 08, I guess she'll move.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, have a seat. The mix. We've already met a woman who claims that she's a man-hater and proud of it. A self-admitted chauvinist who seems to have tried to turn it into a business. We're talking today about judgment, and I have to tell you, I think judgment is ugly. I think it is vicious. I think it is hurtful, and it is typically based on lack of information or misinformation. And as a result, people can get really hurt. I've talked to 6 people in the audience today: Kim, Crystal, Jason, Shirley, Aaron, and Dick. Could I have you 6 come up here, please? Y'all just kind of line up back here like a firing squad. Okay. Now, and I know some of the audience, you guys have just been busting to say something. You got a comment or a question? Raise your hand. I'm going to come to you right now. Yes, ma'am. Stand up right here. Okay. Who's this directed to?
The gentleman in the glasses that hates women. I want to know if he ever had a date.
Hold on a
or
minute.
if he's ever been with anybody.
I
or-
don't hate women. Now, I'm sure you have multiple blouses and multiple pairs of pants at home, but you chose these because they were your favorite. They were better than the others. That doesn't mean you hate the ones you didn't wear. I don't hate women. Men
What
are
does
just-
that have to do with having a date?
Men are better than women. Yes.
That's not my answer my question. And
I'm
take
sure-
those stupid glasses off.
I'm sure
Show us
Dr.
your
Phil
eyes.
can
Look
back
at
me
us
up on
directly
that.
and show us how you look.
Women line up to date guys like me, and you've had them all on your
I don't see any
show.
women lined up at all. I don't see any women lined up to you, and I would definitely be at the end of that line.
Well, if you hit the treadmill a little more, you'd be at the front. What was that?
I didn't hear you because I'm sure it was something
Okay.
stupid, and I'm glad I didn't hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't either. Here's what I'm going to do. You all know, you guys know, all you in the audience, you at home know, that I have something called the Dr.Phil house. And I think we're just going to move all these people into the Dr. Phil house because I think they deserve each other. And they feel strongly about their views, so we're going to put them in there. We're going to let them live these views up close to each other, and we're going to follow them on camera the entire time they're there. So you can watch it. Dick, would you come down here and stand, please?
How you doing?
Dick, who doesn't hate women, and Shirley, who damn sure hates men. Y'all are roommates. I'm going to put you under a microscope. Need a camera here, need one here. I'm putting cameras everywhere to see what really happens behind closed doors. I am moving in with you.
They've got me in a house with a racist girl who judges everybody on how they look, man-hater, guy who hates the world, and then, of course, Bible thumper. No trepidation, no thoughts of turning back. Putting me in a house with a female racist, a female Bible thumper, a female narcissist, and a female who has anger management problems. I don't know what that's going to show me. Just that women are crazier than I already thought. I think the man-hater is going to be the most difficult to live with. She seems like she really wants to stick it to me by putting me in my place.
That guy's an idiot. I'll have him down on his knees before you can count to 3.
I plan on breaking her down. Man-hater, I'm coming after you, baby.
Welcome to the House of Judgment. If you could just have a seat.
Right over here, come on.
Down, boy, down, boy.
When Shirley entered, I gave the seat on the couch next to me a little pat, inviting her to go ahead and have a seat. Glad she threw the pillow at me.
When I walked into the living room, I mean, I wanted to slap his face. Like, she just walked over and vomited on his face.
Welcome, everyone, to the Dr.Phil House of Judgment. You are 6 of the most angry, judgmental people I have ever had the misfortune of meeting. You think that your position is the right one. So I'm going to give you a chance to tell everybody in the house why you have such extreme judgments. See this seat here? This is the hot seat. And each of you are going to have 10 minutes to convince the rest of your housemates why your judgments are right.
They care only for themselves. They think with what's below the waist. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, I have an ex-husband. Guess what? Booted his butt out.
So is there any chance these radical views could be influenced by your ex-husband?
That's what I agree with you. Yeah.
Just let me finish and don't interrupt me, okay? Just sit there and shut up.
Do you know who raised 80% of those rapists? Single mothers.
Oh, you. I don't think so.
That's what a fact looks like. It's usually got
really?
a number.
Is that a fact?
Shirley had no facts and figures. She only had tired diatribes about the wrongs men had done her. Men are sick of that kind of crap.
But the fact that I'm a woman is automatically that they don't agree with me. But they know I'm right. Here comes the dick.
I only had one objective in the game, and that is to convince Jason. I don't care what the women think, and they're not going to see reason anyway. All right. 70 to 80% of rapists and violent prisoners were raised by single mothers.
No. Where did you read these statistics? Are they just made up? Where did he get those statistics? I mean, that's such crap. I get angry at little boys who don't know what they're talking about.
Getting back to my point, what the numbers show is that women can't raise kids.
Oh, my God. My mother raised 4 kids on her own, and we are all
doing a really
fine
good job of raising my 2.
And
Women carry
guess what?
the kids,
And guess
though,
what?
So therefore, you wouldn't be here if you weren't carried by your
You
mother.
guys return to the
protects me
kids
and
again and
looks
again,
over
and I
me.
have no problem with saying that women's purpose is to make babies.
I feel so bad for this guy's mom. Like, she's probably somewhere going, I can't believe I had him.
It's actually a surprise to me that people don't agree with these views readily.
I think Dick is a chauvinist pig. The fact that he thinks that single mothers can't raise children on their own is ridiculous.
I think it was obvious who came out of that with their points still intact. What do you think about what the Bible says a woman's role is? What do you have to say about a woman's role in the Bible?
When it says be submissive to your husband?
Love, honor, and obey.
Okay, the thing is about that.
Is that just for women?
Yep.
No, the thing, people take the Bible out of
The man's one is
context. And I'm
cherished.
gonna get- You're supposed to obey your husband, meaning like, you know, not cheat on him and things like that.
Kimberly had a lot to say that she doesn't actually understand. Personally sending people to hell is somehow a Christian value.
I married my husband because he made me feel secure. That's why.
Because you need to be taken care of.
No. You too?
Well, that's his role.
I was taking care of
as a
myself when I met my husband, okay?
Oh, okay.
I had 2 jobs.
Wait, now that's the blackness coming out of you right now.
Shoot.
Some bitch in the audience, I was gonna go over there and start choking her.
Go get her.
And I'm like, I never said I was perfect.
She doesn't know I'm here. I'm about to bust her right now.
I did not come on the show saying I am.
Were you just talking about me?
You have drank before, right?
No.
Wow.
I'm a promotional model for alcohol.
For alcohol.
I don't drink it. I mean, hey, if it's making money and you're not stripping on a pole, why not?
I just found out the Bible thumper who thinks everyone who drinks is going to hell is a spokesmodel for alcohol. Biblically, she's about as offensive as you get. You think it'll send people to hell?
But I don't drink it, so I'm not going to hell.
Kim kind of plays both sides of the fence. She says that she made a mistake, and then she attacks you for pointing out that she made a mistake.
It's a really weird strategy.
There's nothing you could get on me that I do wrong.
Did you swear too much?
I swear?
You said some swearing words and it shocked me.
When?
I don't know the ins and outs of Bible thumping, but I would imagine Jesus would have a problem with it.
What? No, hey. There's always something attractive to women about my nature. Why do you think they want to get my sunglasses off so bad? Next comes the jacket, next comes the pants.
I don't know what game he's playing hiding behind those glasses. He looks absolutely ridiculous.
Look, you have boundary control problems.
No, I'm just...
No, you need to off of me personally, because it's obnoxious.
Don't swear.
Shirley's proclivity to violence certainly worries me about rooming with her.
You're very jaded for a 26-year-old boy.
Jaded?
Yeah.
How do you figure jaded?
You're opinionated when you hadn't even lived long enough to make an opinion. Dick hasn't a clue what real life is about.
You've attacked my age numerous times, but...
Because it's not that I'm attacking your age, okay? Your age is fine, but what I'm saying...
Interrupting doesn't make you right.
Well, you talk too slow. I mean, you know...
That's because I'm thinking before I'm saying it. Men who are much older than me say the same things. You can't attack them on age, can you? So why not leave my age out of it?
A man that's 55 years old that says something bad about women, you know what? He's experienced having gone through it. You haven't even haven't lived long enough to experience.
How many experiences do you need?
Shirley has made a lot of mistakes in her life, and she's chosen to call those mistakes experience.
You don't need to grab fire to know it's hot. You can take someone's word for it.
Yes, you do.
You need to grab the fire.
Yeah, when you were little, you learned what hot and cold was.
Yeah, you were told. I sure hope you didn't let your kids grab fire.
No parent would let their kids touch fire to learn that it's hot. They tell them, it's hot, jackass, don't touch it.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
I'm full of stats, too.
Any statistic he gives me, in my eyes, it's just made up. Bring me a book, because I can say, well, according to chapter 10, such and such and such and such, it says that women are smarter than men. That doesn't make it so. What you're saying is garbage, okay? The same garbage that comes out of your rear end is coming out of your mouth.
You told me on the show, anybody that says that you swear is just lying. Let's bear witness.
This bed is so small.
The whole thing is freaking hungry. Did you just say the F word?
Yeah. Oh my God, he's like, where are you? Okay, fine, and hung up. Really? Because he thinks I'm like around.
I was shocked to see Kim swearing. She swears as much as I do.
Oh my God, I used the F word 4 or 5 times.
I just pulled a sampling here. We're quick to say, yeah, he cheated on you, and you said, yeah, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, well.
So you haven't been on a date in 12 years?
I have chose not to. All of my anger is based on my past relationships. It's childhood, relationships, and workplace. I've got 3 things working against me.
You have certainly picked or been picked by some bad apples.
I have gone the most opposite you could go. I mean, I went 10 years younger, 15 years older. 6'4", 5'6", Lebanese, Caucasian. How much more opposite can you get? I still got the same thing.
But you apparently want to change that.
Well, if you can wave a magic wand and show me how to pick men, yeah. But this is not the one, I can tell you that for sure. This is what I'm afraid of.
No, but he doesn't even know who he is. This is a commercial enterprise for him. Yeah.
That's not entirely fair, I think.
You have absolutely no motivation to change because you're trying to sell tickets.
Dr. Phil accused me of being here to sell my book, which of course I am. But that doesn't mean you don't have to answer to the claims I'm making.
You know the big flaw in your philosophy? You want to come across as a macho chest thumper, but the truth is that you are assuming the victim role, just as you are assuming the victim role.
Oh, gosh, no, please don't call me a victim.
Dick obviously makes no bones about being a chauvinist, while Shirley has written men off completely. So I decided to send them out on a social experiment to see who Dick and Shirley would select as a potential match for each other.
I'm looking forward to this because I get an excuse to check out girls all night.
I don't want to ask you what you look for in a woman because I want it to be my perception.
Close your eyes then, because we're driving through Hollywood and the billboards are going to clue you in. I'm going to pick a guy for Shirley who looks wholesome, maybe even someone high up in the church.
Are you...
No, have a seat.
Thank you.
It's just part of chauvinism.
Now, she's cute. Look at those legs. She's got some nice legs.
She had a lot of things.
She's a little out of your league, but I didn't mean that as an insult.
Right.
She probably wouldn't go out with you.
Really?
Well, I mean, if she wasn't into money, she would be
cute for you.
Shirley agrees with a number of my views, whether she admits it or not. She said a woman was out of my league simply because I wasn't rich enough. That's what I say all the time. Women are just after money.
I think I look cool. Well-dressed.
Wearing worn shoes. Man's got to wear nice, expensive loafers, Italian loafers, and he's good to go. Neither one. The aren't big enough for you. Am I right?
Can they be? When it comes down to it, Shirley nailed it on her assessment of what I would like to date. You know what? That guy's perfect for you. He's classy. He's got a full head of hair. That guy's a great guy. I think you'd be able to rely on him, where you haven't been able to rely on men in the past.
He's probably married. The older gentleman would have been nice, but his voice pitch was really high. And then I saw him drinking hard liquor, which would have been a turnoff to me.
If she writes off guys for either having funny voices, not wearing the right kind of shoes for her, or her last excuse was that all the good guys are married, then yeah, she's doomed to be alone.
I don't think that Dick really believes that he's superior to women. He likes to pretend, but there's a lot deep down inside there that Dick's not showing.
I'm pissed. I want you on a plane back.
Everybody here can hear what you're saying, please.
I don't give a Your kids are more important than this show.
She's away from her kids for a day, and I guess all hell's broken loose back home. Give it some thought. Sleep on it. Everything will fall into place, but these women don't. They can't deal with it.
Well, good morning, sunshines. I got you up early at the Dr. Phil house for a very good reason. I know it's 5:30 a.m., but you got 40 minutes to get ready, get dressed, and grab breakfast, because you're going to head out to the van, and all 6 of you are headed for an adventure.
We'll have to go together.
If it's anything with getting your hair wet, I'm not doing it.
The minute Kimberly wakes up, she starts bitching and bitching and bitching.
I didn't say air conditioning. I said ventilation.
And whining and complaining.
Non-stop complaining.
I'm not the only one in the house that complains about stuff.
She haven't shut up the minute we woke up, you started bitching.
Cold. Cut off the air. What is so bad about that?
No, you said it 70 times.
Because they weren't listening.
So I think one at a time we all told her to pretty much shut up. Say something new or shut up.
And I'm going to say what I feel.
You guys are acting like you're 12 years old.
I'm not going to stop until she shuts the up for 5 minutes.
It was as if we condensed a house full of complaining into a van of complaining.
Nobody said nothing about how he's like a satanic worshiper. They're all hating me now. I mean, I'm not that bad.
You're not used to getting up early in the morning doesn't mean you have to whine.
Be loud if I want to talk like you, just like this, all day.
Oh, let's sing camp songs.
Should play Russian roulette.
Why don't we just all just shut the up and be quiet?
Well, welcome to the high seas. The 6 of you are going to be stuck together sailing this boat. You are now responsible for each other. And trust me, you're going to be forced to deal with each other's criticisms and judgments as you work together to get this boat going. So you need to grab your attitudes and get on board. Bon voyage.
I feel like I have to get on my knees and beg you to understand that nobody hates you.
Damn, it's the same thing for 3 days in a row.
Are you the skipper?
Yeah.
Morning, Skip.
We're going to have some fun today.
Yeah.
Great day.
Cool.
Lots of good weather. Well, we're supposed to have 6, but we've only got 3 out of the van so far. Now, this is kind of unusual for us. We get people that normally come on the boat because they want to go have some fun out there. But today, got a little different situation. We got people that pretty much don't want to work together, and we're going to have to turn that around.
This was a big adventure for all of us to be together and working as a group.
Somebody's in charge.
I'm in charge. And don't you forget it. Hey, wait a minute, you touched my will. I'm in charge, okay.
I want to be in charge.
Okay. Everybody gets to be in charge. At the beginning, they're all going in 6 different directions, and took a little bit of time to get going and get into the swing of things. You say ready about.
Ready about.
Crew says ready if they're ready.
Ready.
Now, a little enthusiasm.
Yeah, ready. Kimberly didn't do a damn thing on the boat. She wouldn't even get up.
I'm just not going to say anything anymore. I'm going to let them just hate on me and ruin their lives or whatever.
She had a stomach ache.
But the stomach ache had little to do with why she didn't want to participate. Nothing happened at lunch today that hasn't been happening this morning and yesterday. Kimberly thinks everyone's ganging up on her, constantly. And when we won't apologize for it, she throws fits.
I just want to move on from all this crap because there's not much time left, and I If we keep concentrating on this, it's just wasting our time.
The best thing to do at this point, as the two men see it, is to let her be. You have a kid who's giving you the silent treatment. You don't indulge it. You ignore it.
I fell down the stairs.
Is everything okay?
No, he's in the hospital.
What?
Her boyfriend managed to reach someone on the phone. He said that her son just fell downstairs and is in the hospital. She was crying, she was shaking, like all parents are, especially mothers when their kids fall and get hurt.
It's Crystal. What's going on?
You know, I gotta reach my son. What's the name of the hospital? And she's going through all of the motions and everything.
I don't give what anybody said. Please get me the number to the hospital.
I feel absolutely terrible for her. It's awful.
Her boyfriend made the kid lie. He didn't really fall down the stairs.
What the is wrong with you?
Kid got on the phone and he's like, hey, made me tell a joke that I fell down the stairs.
Would you lie to me and tell me my son fell down the stairs?
To do that to a parent, you should have heard him. I mean, this guy's so disgusting.
I can't even believe that you would even lie to me like that.
She's losing her mind. She's absolutely livid. It's pure chaos.
I can't stand being in the house.
You spend a lot of time on the phone. It takes you from looking at yourself.
Nobody knows the pressure that I am under right now. Me not being in control of my household and my children, it's very hard for me to deal with. What happened today, I can't even trust what's going on in my household. Would you lie to me and tell me my son fell on the stairs?
What was the plan? Was the plan to get you home?
He got mad because he couldn't get a hold of me, so then he had to come up with some emergency excuse on why he needed to talk to me.
Well, it's horrible.
It seems like her boyfriend is psychotic. He's manipulating her children against her.
The phone calls aren't going to fix anything.
Yeah, that's just...
Maybe some personal reflection will, though. You got 3 days. Can you give it 3 days?
Why am I going to give up now? This is what I want to do. I want to better myself. This is something that I do need to get help with.
Dr. Phil says, leave it for 3 days. Put some faith in it. Can I ask you something? And I know
Go ahead.
What do you think of my chauvinist mentality?
I think it would be hard for Jason to live in a house with 4 women like this for a week and not move in my direction.
I don't know whether you believe what you believe or not. Your chauvinistic thing, I don't think is really all that chauvinistic. I think that he really does care a lot more than he thinks he cares. Or he came across like, oh, screw women, they're whores. But I've seen him do different. I mean, he really tried to help Crystal. It's not really chauvinistic at all.
See, and I don't think so either, but I think that's why I'm here.
I think there's a lot of misconceptions about chauvinist pigs like myself. I don't sit down with a woman and say, oh, I think you're a whore. No, this is silly. I think women should be cared for like plants.
Reality is romance is cash equals sexual favors.
My wife doesn't act like that. She's like a real person. I think he's definitely got a reason and an agenda for being here. I'm pretty sure it's, you know, self-promotion, but I don't think he thinks anything like that. There's not 1 ounce of me that believes that.
Came here saying nobody is going to change my views. When you admit where your hurt is coming from, then that's when you can start from there.
Seems like she's had a real breakthrough. She seems determined to make some real changes in her life, which is great.
So with everybody that's on here really putting up barriers that you're trying to be someone that you're not, or you're trying to hide someone that you really are.
I can't bring myself to accept any man in my life other than my son. I try to analyze why would I hate men so much, but I don't understand what this chip on my shoulder is.
You all know I came into this house with something writing on my views, but I think I've put them to the test. The way I think has come through for me. I didn't come in here to change. As I said from the beginning, I'm a happy person. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Now you want to season these bad boys.
It was like crazy Betty Crocker going on.
Women enjoy homemaking. I was glad to see that they can enjoy it in peace.
Even the guys have come out of their shell and have bonded with the females. We are really trying to help each other. You know what, you guys, I really love this.
You really love what?
That we're all in here.
We were told we had a guest coming and that it was going to be an interesting dinner.
Who is that?
Doorbell rings.
Come on in, buddy. Sick, how you doing?
Erin got the full court press today. She said just a few minutes ago that she was shocked that she got it this early. She's totally understands why she's upset. And most importantly, she realizes what she's doing to her children by teaching it to them.
You know that's not right. What?
Can we come in?
No, you guys, seriously, nothing anybody says is gonna make me say.
Coming in anyway. I know you don't want... Just listen, just listen. Yeah. We're guys, you gotta listen, because we made sense last night, okay? I honestly didn't think Crystal would freak out like she is. I think maybe she's looking for an excuse to leave.
Yeah, but you guys, I don't care.
I know, but...
I can't even do this on my own, because he always has control of my life.
Crystal has put herself in relationships that are dangerous to her.
He's not gonna have control. Not only are we on your side, but he's got Dr. Phil.
I wanted to do this on my own for myself. I don't need him.
If you don't need him, then why are you going back to him?
I don't want to see him here.
She's gonna break up with him, and within the matter of 45 minutes, she's leaving now to go back to her boyfriend.
This house is not even helping me. It's making me go crazy.
Crystal was on the threshold of a breakthrough. Crystal had the support of Dr. Phil himself. She had the reason to get help in the form of her children. And Crystal chose to abandon it at the last minute because of her emotions. That's too bad.
She was saying, she like contradicts herself. I can't do this by myself. Now she's gonna do it all by herself. Did they not hear the part when you said you create like your own?
You create your own reality.
Yeah, and
you are responsible for
your own
happiness.
creation. Yeah, you did this to yourself.
I think you're making a mistake for yourself. For yourself, though.
I just want to say goodbye to the people that I met.
If you go home now, nothing will change.
I'm going home. Yeah, something is going to change. He's going to be out of my life.
I'd like to be on here with intelligent enough people that were super opinionated, but they could still accomplish something. That like took it to a whole nother level for me. Like
I never would have guessed that would have happened.
Me neither. Crystal has been super just up and down and super judgmental and freaking out, and it's kind of made me realize that that's not going to get anybody anywhere. It's not going to get me anywhere. I hope that we don't lose more people and have to end it all. I hope we can still make it all the way through, because I'd really be sad to not get everything out.
Crystal came in with the intention of controlling the experiment and controlling Dr. Phil. She wanted help on her terms. She wasn't going to take help any other way. So really, she didn't want help.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, welcome to the LA Mission.
Thanks.
Hello, ladies. How are you? Welcome to the LA Mission. Give me some aprons, David.
When we got there, we met David, who walked us through what we were going to be doing.
Here you go.
I got to slice some onions, which I got through without crying, which is pretty manly. I think you'll agree.
Now we're going to go get the other young lady, wherever she's trying to hide out at.
Find the nearest church.
Go to hell. That's the Bible. Play this way.
But we don't believe it. But
Don't get loud with me.
Stop. Calm down.
When David was telling Jason and myself about his relationship with God, Kim chimed in attacking us, and he explained to her that this is exactly why people have problems with Bible thumpers.
You believe in God, right?
Yes,
We serve an awesome God to keep us in peace and harmony, right? Wait, listen. You gotta listen to learn. She was just radical when she came in. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a challenge. We do pray at this time. Would you like to join us in our circle?
You know, I don't want to insult the prayer by having a non-believer be a part of it.
That's fine. I have no problem.
If you don't mind me observing, then yeah.
Sure, come on.
The food was great. Jason was putting fish sticks on, Kim was putting the potatoes on, and I was handing them out to Erin, who was presenting them to the diners.
I'm assuming that all of us want to leave a legacy of people looking back and say, you know, I'm glad that that person was in my life. What would you do different? How about you?
I think I'm having a better impact in the world right now.
You're not saying that you're perfect.
Absolutely not.
So what could you do better?
I think the best thing we can do is focus on our goals, which I'm doing. My philosophy before I came into the Dr. Phil house is that men are better than women. Now I couldn't agree with myself more. Just because what I say sounds harsh doesn't mean necessarily that actions based on it are.
As I predicted, you really don't have a change that you intend to make. This is pretty much a marketing thing for you.
I can't say that it's not a marketing thing, but I did come into this with an open attitude, and everything I say about women has come true in this house. When Dr. Phil challenged my motives for being here, that left an impression with me because it appeared to me like he didn't respect my reasons for being here. And a man like Dr. Phil, it's important to have their respect.
What you're selling is just lumping men into one category, saying men want it vulgar, men want it straight. That's just another generalization. That's just not true.
There is a huge amount of men who love it. That means saying some vulgar things in a vulgar way to provide humor.
The vulgarity doesn't bother me. It's the ugliness of the message.
I don't think my message is hateful because men need to hear things as directly and sometimes as brutally as possible.
He loves women. I told him he's just waiting for the right one.
The title is Men Are Better Than Women, not that women are crap.
Yeah, and that's just an idiotic statement. It would be idiotic to say it the other way. It would be idiotic to say women are better than men. And you're right. Some woman will get a hold of him and change him, and you'll see things a little differently. I know you don't think so, but the day will come that you will wish you hadn't said a lot of the things that you've said.
That's entirely possible. One day, maybe I'll look back and say, what a stupid thing to say. If I'm going to be changed into a happier person when I meet a good woman, then I'll be so happy I won't even care about looking foolish. There are a lot of misconceptions about chauvinism. Being a chauvinist does not make you a bad person if you don't use your beliefs to act in a bad way. It's a great experience. Not every chauvinist gets to square off with Dr. Phil. She's a fake. She doesn't intend to change at all. It was great seeing Erin change. I'm going to take that with me. And I've always thought it was possible for people to change, but the effort that it takes them to change is incredible. As I walk out the door of the Dr. Phil house, I take a bit of a new mission with me. I want to straighten out some of the prejudices that I think are out there toward chauvinism. There are women that do great things every day. Erin's done a great thing today. She's done a great thing for her kids, a great thing for her family, and most importantly for herself. I'm definitely proud of Erin. I don't know who wouldn't be.
Dick is just one of the sweetest guys. He wants to say that he still feels the same as when he first got here, but I can see that he's changed. I think Dick is afraid to admit that he has a kind heart.
Jason has been coming to terms with the fact that he's been burning a lot of energy, being angry at belief in general, and it's not necessary. There are a lot of things I agree with Dr. Phil on. You take a woman who's extremely empowered, extremely successful, and who seems to have her game together, and you can say easily, I think women can be great.